What Ferrari, obviously, are we standing in front of? Tell me the year, the make, and the model, please.
This is a 1989.
Yes, that's a Ferrari, of course.
That's a Ferrari, my 1989 Mondial T Coupe.
I heard that it's only one of 42.
It's one of 43, that were imported into North America in 1989. 3 in Canada and 40 in the U.S. This was a game changer for all the V8 Ferraris, mid-engine Ferraris. In 1989, they went from the transverse engine, to the longitudinal engine with the transverse, the transaxle, which actually formed like a T.
So that's
why they called it. It lowered the engine like 5 inches.
Lower center of gravity.
Much lower center of gravity, much better handling, everything. That layout is in place today. Okay. So through the 348s, the 355, the 360s, the 430s, the 458 Italia, all have the same layout. So this came right from Formula One at 1989.
Speedometer goes up to 160 miles an hour. Have you gone that fast?
I have gone close to that. I've gone 150.
And how does it feel at 150?
It feels unbelievably stable.
Yeah.
Which is one of the things about these cars is honestly, the faster you go, it just seems to hunker down. So it's a 3.4 liter. It's rated at 300 horsepower.
So that's very robust.
It's robust. Yeah. It's robust. Not super fast, but it's certainly not slow.
Oh yeah, that is music to many people's ears.
Very sweet. It's a very sweet sound. I love music. I love music a lot.
Yeah.
And the previous owner put in a very expensive sound system in here.
Yeah.
I don't even turn it on.
You don't care. You care about that sound.
When I'm driving that car.
It looks like it's fuel injected.
It's fuel injected. It's a quad cam, quattro valve.
How much service? I mean, that's a killer on.
Well, the service it has a lot to do with what's been done before, and who's done it,
and how they've done it,
because it's a big deal. I have a certain person that I go to, and honestly, if I couldn't go to him, I'm not sure I would even own the car.
How about the gear shift? It's a 6-speed or a 5-speed?
It's a 5-speed. This is a 5-speed.
It has that classic gated Ferrari.
Yes, it does.
Is that hard to drive, or do you figure it out after?
It isn't. Once you get used to, once you understand what the whole concept behind what Ferrari is doing, it's very simple to drive.
So what's the concept behind what?
Well, the concept is it's not a Hurst, 4-speed. It isn't like a 1965 muscle car.
Yeah.
You can't power shift it. It's a click, 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 click. Okay, and you have to understand. You can get pretty quick at that. Okay, but it's not. It's not it's not like the new paddle shifters.
You have to have the timing belt done, right? That's one of the
correct. Timing belt is the more expensive. This is an engine out service. You can't do it. You have to.
How much is
the whole subframe drops out.
How much does it cost to pop the engine?
Well, to pop the engine and to do the timing belts and the tensioners, whatever, would probably be. It's going to be next time I have it done.
Right.
Will probably be like $10,000 to $12,000.
So $10,000 to $12,000 on.
Yeah. Now, Ferrari obviously recommends every 3 years because that's a Ferrari's favorite.
You recommend every 5 years?
I recommend it. Well, if you get it done right, I recommend 7 years.
Okay.
I had this done a year ago. My next belt change will be in 6 years.
This car is still pretty basic, right? I don't see an airbag. I bet you doesn't have a lot of electronic aids. It's
correct. I have ABS.
Yeah.
I do have that, and
that's it.
There's no electronic. No, that's it. There's ABS.
So it's your foot and your hands and your brain.
You got to drive it. Yeah, you got to drive the car.
How many miles you got?
I have 87,000 miles on it.
So it's a driver.
It's a driver.
Yeah, definitely a driver.
It's a driver.
So what's the value of this car? You said that it's less desirable.
Well, I don't know. That's a good question. You know, you have to find the right person.
Right.
But I'm thinking, you know, probably maybe around 40,000.
Yeah. So it's affordable.
Is a possibility.
Until you have to service it.
Until you have to service it. One of my favorite things about it is the sound of a Ferrari. When I'm driving this car, that's the sound that I love.
Thank you very much for sharing this car with our viewers and readers. Thanks.
Thank you.
As always, this is Roman reporting for the Fast Lane Car, and I'll get the best job in the world. So thanks for watching, guys. Ciao.